Welcome back to Wilds and Water Sailing. In our last episode, after visiting the volcanic island of Isla San Martin, we sailed another 130 miles overnight, heading southwest down the Baja Peninsula. Around midday, we anchored up next to the San Benito Islands. Hey guys, my name is Brooke.
And I'm Conley.
And this is our 13-year-old adventure husky Moy. Together we live on board Aklet, a German-designed Rymdklang, and our tiny home on the water. Join us as we sail around the world and share with you a little bit more
of this planet's wild side.
About 40 nautical miles off the nearest point of wild Baja mainland lies Islas San Benito. This group is made up of 3 separate islands, only one of which is occupied by a small seasonal fishing community. After looking at the weather with winds forecasted from the north over the next few days, we decided to anchor Aklet in the southern bay of Isla Oeste. Oeste meaning west, for the westernmost island of the 3. Although this small archipelago seemed inhospitable at first glance, we soon realized the island we'd chosen to explore was quite heavily populated. The shorelines were teeming with California sea lions and elephant seals, playing in the surf and clumsily crawling on top of one another in an attempt to secure the best spot on the beach. What is that? Boy's scared. Like, hi. The welcoming party.
Let's go for a walk.
Yeah.
What do you think about?
I was just thinking how cool it is capturing you in a photograph with like the vastness of the landscape. You're just teeny tiny and just so open and barren. It's really cool.
You're teeny tiny. I'm not teeny tiny.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah, whatever, Brooke. Welcome to the top.
Ooh, what? You've been here for a while? We just got up to the lighthouse here that's kind of almost mid-island. It's kind of up on the highest point, and it's surrounded by just kind of scrubland. It's really beautiful. But it turns out this isn't the actual lighthouse that we were hoping to get to, so we're gonna continue on and check out the lighthouse that is on the furthest west point on the island.
That's good. What kind of cactus that is? Point. These are the ones with the little fruits. You can pull the little fruit out of there. Like that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's full of ants, so.
Looks like a mini pineapple.
Got to it. What does it smell like?
Cool. I absolutely love visiting old lighthouses like this one, and imagining just what this old relic might have seen in its lifetime. From wild storms rolling in off the open Pacific, to being the beacon of hope, warning ships of danger, and guiding them safely on their way. Owing to its somewhat harsh isolation, Baja and its surrounding islands are home to a few species making surprising comebacks despite their near extinction due to the oil and fur trades. Just a short walk across the peninsula from our anchorage was a seal rookery. Although it wasn't time to catch any of the Guadalupe fur seals, we were able to see the elephant seals. For a while we sat there watching the young males practice sparring in preparation for their breeding years to come, and females lounging around on the sand with their very wrinkly and very cute new pups by their sides. Well, we're just getting ready to start another sail in the dark. It's kind of started to lighten up a bit now, but been up for a little bit. Conley's been up since like 2:30. Taking Moy for a couple of dog walks. Went and checked out the petrels. There are thousands and thousands of petrels. That's what all those little burrows are on the island. So I guess they come in really late at night and then they head out while it's still dark in the morning. So they were pretty active this morning, which was really cool to see. But yeah, we're hopefully gonna make her to Turtle Bay today, hoping that we've got some wind. Obviously, that's the usual game. I think it's supposed to be like 10, maybe 15, so we're hoping for the 15, but we'll see. Shaping up to be a beautiful day and saying goodbye to San Benito Islands. Hopefully we'll see them again sometime. We are off to a very slow start. 2.6 knots right now. And the wind is pretty much nil. Not enough for the spinnaker really. As you can hear, the vang squeaking. And the spinnaker keeps kind of filling and luffing and filling and luffing. So, who knows where we'll get to today. We noisily bobbed along at a snail's pace for most of the day, and after only covering about 8 miles towards Turtle Bay on the Baja mainland, we decided it was a perfect excuse to visit an anchorage at the south end of Cedros Island instead. The crystal clear waters around Cabo San Agustin were full of tall kelp forests, and it made navigation into the bay a bit of a challenge. Go this way a bit. Keep going straight now. We managed to get through without snagging any kelp on our prop, and once we were in the bay, we shifted our attention to looking for a good place to drop the hook. Welcome to Cedros Island, a relatively small island, only about 134 square miles, separated from the Baja mainland by Bahia de Sebastian Vizcaíno. Although there was a native human presence on the island over 11,000 years ago, Isla de Cedros was the name given to the island by early Spanish explorers, who mistakenly associated the large amounts of redwood and cedar driftwood arriving with the California current for the local pines that were visible on the crest of the island as they approached.
What are we doing today, Brooke?
Well, we've just landed our dinghy over at the little fishing village near our anchorage at Cabo San Agustin, and the beach, or La Playa, where we are anchored, is a very sporty exit and entrance. So we've gone through town, and we're just gonna go and take a walk now through the canyon and check out the beach. we're doing. Okay. Oh, look at the water. Wow. That's so beautiful. The trail on the beach led us into this arroyo, a dry canyon consisting of what looked like an interesting mix of jumbled rock. Although the north end of the island is still quite mountainous, this southern end almost seems like leftovers. Right away, though, we were into finding some pretty neat things, including what looked like ungulate tracks and petrified wood. What's that? Weird. Looks like deer, but not pointy. Look at... just like crumbles. It doesn't feel like stone, actually. This is a really neat spot. Is it fresh water for show?
I don't know.
It's brackish.
Brackish.
Yeah. Our wander cross-country took us to the opposite side of the cape, and it was here a few of our curious questions about the island were finally answered. Crawling across the rocks, we spotted this feral cat, whose tracks we'd seen, but had had a hard time identifying, as it seemed rather out of sorts that a cute little house cat would be out here wandering around in this kind of terrain. Feral cats were originally introduced by European explorers to help combat the earlier introduction of rats. However, their presence continues to have severe impacts on sensitive island habitats of the world, including these islands surrounding the Baja. Just a little ways down the shoreline, we spotted what I'd later find out was a species endemic to Cedros Island, the Cedros Island mule deer, and apparently one of only 50 individuals that remain today. After some sign language and Spanglish with the local fishermen in the nearby village later on, we were told it was very rare to see one of these deer down at the south end of the island. I came away from our deer encounter with pretty mixed emotions. I felt incredibly lucky to have seen one, but it was disheartening thinking this fragile species might not be around for much longer, and that it was very unlikely I'd ever get to see another one in my lifetime. We can't take you home with us. Hi. Okay. Casa. Tu casa. Hutch. No. You stay. In case you were wondering about the other boat in the anchorage, those are the hop toads, and we definitely made friends while we were there anchored up next to them. But you'll meet them a little bit later on in another episode. Thanks so much for watching this one. If you liked it, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, and we will see you in the next one.